Hello. In this video, we will be creating a fictional creature known as a dragon. More specifically, the dragon eye. For this project, you will need a rectangular piece of paper. This one is roughly about 6 inches by 9 inches. That's what I will be working on. You will also be using possibly pencil, should you choose to render your design in pencil first, with an eraser, a Sharpie, and an assortment of colored pencils. For the interest of time in this video, I'm going to be working with Sharpie. I'm going to go ahead and start with that. However, if you feel more comfortable using pencil to do your drawing ahead of time in preparation, so that way you can fix any errors, you are of course more welcome to do so. To begin, I'm going to go ahead and start with a teardrop shape on my paper. I want to have it occupy a large amount of space on my paper, so that way I have more focus on the eye and less on multiple scales. This one I can fit my palm in and my hand in roughly. I'm then going to come in and decide on a pupil. I'm also going to kind of leave space for an eye glint. That will make sense here in a moment when I get to the coloring phase. I'm going to go ahead and color in that pupil with my Sharpie. Now there is of course multiple pupil designs you could choose from. I'm going with the basic almost football or ellipse shape. I'm now going to go on and move on to a sort of an eyelid or hint of an eyelid. Thin line down below. You can also do that up above, but I'm going to avoid that. I'm going to do more just a tear duct kind of thing right here on the side. I may also thicken that top line, so I have a variety of thin lines and thick lines. Next up, I'm going to go ahead and start planning my scales. Now, scales can be in a variety of different shapes. I'm just giving you one basic one. I'm going to be careful about going too small because I don't want to take forever to get my drawing done. So I'm going to kind of do pretty much the same shape I did with my tear ducts. I can also kind of create kind of a channel here of scales to kind of bring more focus to the eye. Getting another line. You can always do such things to bring emphasis to the eye in your picture. My scales are what we call staggered. They overlap. I'm going to start my way around the eye and then work my way out. Letting scales crop off the page. Scales can gradually get bigger the further you move out. All right, I have bolded some of my lines to have some contrast and difference of line in my drawing. I'm now ready to move on to the colored pencil portion of my artwork. For me, when I'm coloring, I'm going to be working with a limited color palette. That's just a personal preference. I'm only going to be using 5 colors. So, for variety in my artwork, however, I am going to be using value. I'm not just going to be shading things solidly. I'm going to be placing darker value in the base of my scales or maybe around the perimeter of my eye, and gradually moving from darker to lighter values to create volume in my work of art. That will help prevent my artwork looking really flat and lifeless. In order to build up that darker value, I'm not pressing particularly hard with my pencil. I'm simply building it up in layers to get that darker value. Something very helpful when you're coloring, lean your pencil on its side as opposed to having it vertical. This will minimize pencil strokes in your shading. Now, I mentioned an eye glint. I'm going to just hit a pencil oval right there. That will help me know what area I'm going to not color in. That way it looks like my eye of my dragon has a little more life to it. Now I'm going to go ahead and remove the extra pencil line left over from that eye glint, letting me know where to stop coloring. Just take an eraser to it. Of course, you are also welcome to take white colored pencil into the area to help emphasize it a little more. Another detail you can add to your eye is maybe some veining. Kind of like wobbly little letter Y's or W's. I can now move on to the outer portion of my eye. Again, darker shading at the base of the scale, lighter shading as I move the way out. That's going to create more volume or more depth in my picture. I'm avoiding drawing on my black lines so that they stay sharp. I have walked you through the basics of creating a dragon eye. There's a lot of flexibility in scales, on how you draw them, what shape they are. There's also a lot of flexibility in color choice. I invite you now to go ahead and try your own dragon eye and hope you enjoy what you come up with. Thank you for watching.